If you're trying to get over someone fast, it's probably because being stuck hurts more than missing them. And no one really tells you this, but getting over someone isn't about distractions or showing that you don't care or about time, but rather it's about understanding why your brain keeps pulling you back to them, even when you know it's not right for you. And once you understand that part, letting go stops feeling impossible and it starts to feel inevitable. Let me explain. Once we find someone really attractive, our brain releases the surge of dopamine, which is a neurotransmitter responsible for motivation, pleasure, and those butterfly feelings. Now, dopamine is so tightly linked to the brain's reward system, which is why attraction feels so addictive, and it makes you stop just liking the person but craving them. So naturally, when that relationship ends, there's like this crash in dopamine levels. That indescribable anxiety that you feel, that's withdrawal. Like your brain is trying to compensate and search for that missing thing that was giving you so much dopamine. The brain wants to reactivate those neural pathways because it was giving you those rewards. And that's why you might be dreaming about them, randomly thinking about them, or even like replaying memories constantly. You already know that it's not going to work, but your brain wants to experience that dopamine again, and that's probably why you want to break no contact so badly. But just remember that there's a reason why you stopped contacting them. Now, understanding this, I feel like it's really important because it kind of reminds you that you're not being dramatic or crazy or really self-sabotaging, but it's just a part of being human. It's how your brain literally works. Now, I'm going to be giving you 3 simple tips that will make you get over them faster than ever. Number 1 is to mourn fully and unapologetically. Okay, give yourself that permission to feel everything and express it all out. You can cry, you can vent, you can eat some ice cream, go on a run or something, journal, sit in silence, whatever you need to do to just let yourself feel. Because you will never be able to move on from something that you never let yourself feel, right? Think about all the times where you wanted to cry so badly, but you have to keep it in. And it just makes you feel so much worse and it makes you want to cry even more. But then once you run away to the bathroom or something and then you let yourself ugly cry, 2 minutes later and you're back on track and you can go out there in the world again feeling lighter than before. Now, a really powerful way to express your negative emotions is to move your body physically. Promise you, I'm not trying to trick you to be productive, but genuinely. Like just imagine releasing all of that anger, frustration, and sadness into a punching bag, a really intensive cardio like a run. And I'm not saying that this will erase the pain magically, I'm just saying that you're giving all your emotions a place to go. You're releasing it outside of your body, you know? Step number 2 is to add meaning into your life. You want to try as much as possible to do things that have nothing to do with that person. When someone that was such a big part of your life leaves, it leaves this hole in your heart and soul, right? And of course, that is going to feel empty. And the mistake we often make, inevitably, like there's no shame in this, we've all been through it, is to just kind of sit and stare at this hole in our life, right? That we forget that this is not our entire life, okay? The stage, it's not about replacing the person, but rather reminding yourself that your life is so much more than that. Okay, your life is full without the person, and it's time for you to realize that. I want you to be creating new experiences, making new friends, starting new hobbies. Maybe you could dye your hair, to remind yourself that this is a whole new identity that you are building, okay? Like, I think personally it's really nice to dye your hair and just kind of see yourself in the mirror and not associate yourself with the person that you were when you were with that other person. Say yes to experiences that don't involve them. You're not erasing memories, you are expanding your own world. The third and final step is to reflect when you're ready. This reflection can only happen once the emotional intensity settles down. When you are romantically attached, that stimulates a large release of hormones such as oxytocin, dopamine, and serotonin, which can actually temporarily reduce the activity in your prefrontal cortex, which is literally responsible for like judgmental thinking. That's why people say love is blind. So as your brain chemistry slowly balances out to what it was normally like before, that's when you can start looking at things from a bigger picture, right? That's when you can start analyzing your patterns, your triggers, and reflect on. I don't want to sound like I'm trying to grade some homework, but like reflecting on why things worked out and why things didn't work out, right? At this point, you will be able to see not only the good memories that you built together, but also the red flags, the incompatibilities, the inconsistencies, things that you once minimized because of that clouded judgment. And by no means am I saying that this clarity is supposed to make you bitter and hate the person, but rather it is supposed to set you free. Moving on is not about forgetting someone overnight. It's about understanding what your brain is doing, showing yourself some compassion, and slowly choosing yourself again. And if you are in the middle of that process right now, I promise you that pain is only temporary, even if that doesn't feel like it right now. Until next time, please keep trying your best because that's more than enough. And I'll see you in the next video.